me. So pay attention, get your notepads out, because I'm about to put you guys on.
Wow, that's really retro.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Lexi and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. And this has been a very long and awaited video. You guys have always been asking me to give you guys a makeup tutorial, so you guys already know I had to deliver for you guys. So today I'm going to be doing my very own makeup routine, and I'm going to be giving you guys some of my makeup tips, and everything that I'm going to be using in this video is going to be linked down below. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel and turn on the post notifications, because I do post every single Friday. Make sure you guys give this video a like. Any video that you guys want to see, I'm going to deliver for you guys, because you know we're about to be on and popping on this YouTube thing. I honestly love just sitting down and making these videos and showing you guys my personality, because you guys already love me on Instagram and TikTok, so this is going to be even better on YouTube. So make sure you guys are subscribed, give this video a like, and I think I've done enough talking. So without further ado, let's get on with this makeup tutorial. Before I start any makeup on my face, I always make sure that I start off with a nice clean face. So a separate skincare routine will be coming soon. But yeah, always make sure that you wash your face before you put on makeup, because you don't want that dirt, oil, and makeup, whatever is on your face, to interfere with your makeup. Because trust me, starting off with a fresh clean face and a good moisturizer too always leaves you with a fresh flawless face, because who wants to do makeup on a dirty face? Make sure you wash your face first. The first step into my makeup is priming. The primer I love to use is the Makeup Forever Shine Control, and if you have really oily skin, I 10 out of 10 recommend you get this. If you guys have any other good primers, make sure you guys comment that down below, but I just put it in the areas. Y'all, I'm literally running out. Okay, before we start this video, I just want to say sorry if you guys see me looking over here, because the mirror is in front of me. But what I just like to do is just take some and put it where I get oily the most. I have very oily skin, so this priming step definitely does help to get my face as matte as possible. The makeup I love to go for is kind of like that UK TikTok girl matte makeup, soft glam. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Y'all, I'm really going through it right now, because my face broke out and it left all these dark marks on my face. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave it down below, because your girl is going through it right now, but it's okay. The next thing I like to do is take my Anastasia powder. I use the banana powder, and I have a specific beauty blender just for my setting powder. And here's a beauty blender I use specifically for setting powder. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's really soft and squishy. So I'll just take a little bit and dip it in there and just take the excess off. And again, I put it in the areas where I get oily the most. And this really just helps to have me really nice and matte. Like I said, this honestly makes a huge difference. So I put it around my nose, and then I also put it on my forehead as well. I don't use a whole lot, but I still want to make sure that it's a good amount, but don't like cake it on there, because then it's just not going to look right. Now that we have the face all nice and primed, it is time for eyebrows. The most difficult part, so if you're starting out with makeup, or if you just need some makeup tips, always remember that eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Y'all, please do not try to stress yourself out because you feel like your eyebrows are not perfect. My eyebrows are never perfect, and it just is what it is, y'all. As long as they look good, they don't have to be perfect. They just gotta look good. That's all that matters. Before I do anything to my eyebrows, I like to spray a little bit of Got2b spray on the little spoolie side of my eyebrow brush, and just brush that into my eyebrows so that way I can control which way my eyebrow hair grows. And honestly, this part you don't have to do, but I just like to do it. Some people like to use brow gel, edge control gel. I like to use the Got2b spray because it's convenient and it works just as good as eyebrow gel and everything else. Whatever. I know it's kind of the ghetto way, but I like to do it. So I just spray a little tiny bit on there, and then I just brush it up with my eyebrow hairs. My eyebrow hairs kind of go like this way, so I like to brush them up. Like I said, this part is optional, but if you're a person that has stubborn eyebrows and they kind of like to do their own thing, I recommend you guys do this step. What I like to use on my eyebrows is the Anastasia Dip Brow. I honestly love this dip brow so much because it literally lasts all day and it's just really easy to use. Okay, now I'm going to zoom you guys in. How I like to do my eyebrows is outline them and then fill them in. And something that helps a lot is always keeping my eyebrow maintenance up. So I do wax my own eyebrows every single 2 weeks. And it just helps because, you know, you already have that outline perfectly instead of having like, you know, the little extra hairs there. First thing I like to do is outline the bottom half of my eyebrow, and then I'll outline the top part, and then whatever else is on the brush, I just use that to fill the rest in. And with eyebrows, they don't have to be perfect when you do them because we're going to go back and clean it up with concealer. I don't fill in the beginning of my eyebrow. What I'll just do is make little eyebrow hairs and then just kind of brush it out. And for the end of my brow, I just like to put a little bit of black eyeshadow, but this part is optional. You don't have to do this. I just like the way that it looks. Here's what one eyebrow looks like filled in, and here's what the other one looks like. Now I'm just going to do the same thing to the other one. Here's what my eyebrows look like all filled in, so now we're going to conceal them. The concealer that you guys are about to see me use in my eyebrows is the same concealer that I'm going to be using in the whole entire video because I use this concealer in multiple steps in my makeup. But the concealer that I've been recently loving is this Huda Beauty concealer. I really hope I said that right. But this concealer is like very full coverage and I love me a full coverage concealer. And another concealer that I also recommend is the NARS concealer. Between these two, these are the only ones that I've tried so far, and I really love these. So these are the concealers that I definitely do recommend, but the concealer that I've been using recently is the Huda Beauty, and that's what we're going to be using today. To conceal my eyebrows, I just use the tiniest drop ever of concealer. This is the brush I like to use to conceal with. To conceal my eyebrow, I like to just start in the middle and work my way down, and I try to get as close to my eyebrow as possible without cutting it off. You want to just to clean up any mistakes that you made and just want to fix around the eyebrow. And then I'll work my way up to the front of the eyebrow as well, and then the rest of the concealer, I'll just drag that down into my eye and just blend that in. And of course, if you feel like you've cut a little bit too much, you can always just go back in with your eyebrow pencil and just fix anything that you may have cut off too much. So here's just what my eyebrows look like all concealed, and eyebrows is literally my least favorite part of doing my makeup because it's just honestly so frustrating and so time consuming. But now that we're done, we're going to get onto the face makeup. The foundation that I love to use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, and I love this foundation because it is not too cakey and too full coverage, but it's still good enough to cover up your dark marks, and it honestly matches my skin tone perfectly and my undertone. I just do one pump on each side of my face, and I use the same brush from earlier that I use on my eyebrows just to kind of spread it out. And then I'll just put a little tiny bit on my forehead. I don't like to use too much, and then later we're going to go back and put it on our neck. This is a beauty blender I like to use to blend out my foundation, and it honestly doesn't matter how much you think your foundation matches your skin. Always bring it down to your neck, because one thing I don't want y'all to do is walk around looking like you have a mask on. So make sure that you guys do that, because that is also a very important step. And then I'll just blend a little bit onto my eyes as well. And I really don't like to focus it under my eyes too much. Now that I'm done blending out all the foundation on my face, it is now time to do the same thing on my neck. And I just like to use like a half a pump on my neck. I don't really use that much. And then just start blending it out. So this is what my face is looking like with foundation on. So now it is time for my favorite part, the nose contour. And I feel like this is something I get questioned on a lot. So I'm gonna put y'all onto my techniques because y'all, I got y'all. And y'all, take notes because I'm gonna put you guys on to how I do my nose contour. I feel like this is something that everybody asks me. So pay attention, get your notepads out because I'm about to put you guys on to what I do. And with nose contour, it is kind of a thing where it has to be fit for you. But also this is something that you can do on yourself and try out on yourself. But with also, like I said, with nose contour, everybody has different noses. So what might apply to my nose may not apply to your nose. But definitely still take notes because, yeah, I got y'all. I'm just going to take the same concealer that I used from earlier. And I just put it all up and down my nose. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm using the same brush that I used earlier on my eyebrows, just to kind of blend it out. And I like to put it in between my eyebrows like this. So I just drag it up and then just kind of blend it out. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect because the contour is what's really going to help us get that nice snatched look. Okay, so now the next part is just to take my beauty blender and I blend this part out on my forehead. And you got to do this with the beauty blender because if not, when you turn your head to the side, it's going to look like this. You don't want that. So just go ahead and get that beauty blender and blend it out. And I'm gonna just tell y'all, with makeup, you don't have to get expensive products. I know the products that I use are very expensive, but don't use products that are not good. But just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's good, and just because it's not expensive doesn't mean it's not good. So if you are still trying to, you know, ball on a budget, figure out what's gonna look good for you and figure out what makeup products fits for you, that's affordable to you. Because like I said, these products are kind of expensive. I did spend a bag in Sephora, but hey, it's worth it. It's worth it. Sometimes you just gotta do that because it's worth it. The contour that I use, I do not know the name of it, but everything is going to be linked down below. Every single product that you guys see me use is going to be linked down below. All I know is that I'm in the color Amber. I don't know. This is the brush I like to use to contour my nose. And to blend it out, I just use a makeup brush like this. And with contour, you can use cream contour or powder contour, whatever which one you prefer. But I really like to use cream contour for my nose contour. I feel like I just said contour like 12 times. Now I'm going to bring you guys in. I don't know how I'm going to do this through this little tiny monitor, but we're going to try. To contour my nose, I like to make 2 lines down my nose to kind of give me that nice snatch effect. And right before the tip, I like to make a line to give me that cute button nose. And to finish it off, I make a little U under my nose. So to blend my contour, I just take my brush and then I just go up and down, and I like to bring it into my eyebrow as well. And I never blend where the concealer is. So I just blend up and down like so. And like I said, try your best to not blend where you have the concealer at. So say if I accidentally blend where the concealer is, I'll just take the same brush that I used earlier and just go back in and fix any of those areas. But we're not done with the nose contour just yet. We need to blend this nose contour just a little bit more, because as you guys can see, if you guys do not blend in your nose contour, it's gonna look like this. So all I do is take a beauty blender that I have specifically just for blending in my nose contour, and I just press it in around. Like I said, I don't blend it where the concealer is. So what I just do is I press around it and press it on my nose. That's honestly the best I can really explain it. I'm just going to take the beauty blender and blend as much as I can to try to get that away. And as you guys can see, that honestly made a huge difference on how that looks from the side, because it may look cute from the front, but when you turn to the side, you're going to be able to see that. And That's never cute. So make sure to blend your makeup out really good. Next part is the concealer. My favorite part, my under eye concealer. So I'm just going to be using the same concealer that I used from earlier. And I like to use a lot of concealer. One thing about me, I'm going to cake that concealer on. And here's what I was talking about earlier when I said don't really worry about putting on too much foundation under your eyes, because I like to use a lot of concealer, so it's really no point in doing that. So I really just like to cake it on, you guys. Like, I go ham with the concealer because I really just like that bright under eye look. To blend my concealer, I use the same exact beauty blender that I use for my foundation, but I just use this little pointy side. So before I blend anything out, I like to dab my beauty blender a little bit into the concealer, and I just make a straight line like this. So I'll start where the beginning of my eye is, right here, and this is what's going to give you guys that snatched nose look. So before I blend anything out, I just dab the concealer in there and make the straight line like that. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Start right there. And try not to bring it too much into where your nose contour is. And how it is right now is absolutely perfect. So I'll just make it onto my nose. I just get it on my nose like that, and now I just start blending. And with your eyes, please be very, very gentle. Your under eye skin is the most fragile and thinnest part of your face, so please do not ever drag. If anything, if you're going to do anything on your face, please never drag your concealer. Always dab it into your skin, because that's how you get under eye bags and wrinkles. So be gentle and just press that into your skin. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Like how this foundation, I just said foundation. This concealer is very full coverage, and it just blends like a dream. It just blends very easy, and it just melts into the skin. Don't get me wrong, NARS concealer is good, but I really love the Huda Beauty. Really good. And I also just like to put the excess around my nose as well, but I don't really focus on that part. Whatever excess is on the beauty blender, I just put it around my nose and then really just focus on blending this out. So to blend this straight line, I mean, if you want to keep the straight line like that, that is totally fine. I just kind of like to blend it in a little bit more. So I'll just get really close to it and dab it in. And like I said, try not to get too much onto your nose contour. But if you do, there's nothing makeup cannot fix. This is why I love makeup, because you can always just go back and fix your mistakes. If you do kind of get it a little bit too close, just go back in with your contour brush or whatever you use and just fix it. That's it. I honestly want you guys to know, if you guys want to start doing makeup, do it. It's honestly really, really easy. So the way I got into makeup was in the beginning of quarantine. I literally stole my mom's makeup bag, and my mom was like, sis, we're gonna go to Sephora and get you right, because what you're not gonna do is keep stealing my makeup. Even though I kind of still do that, but it's okay. But that's exactly what we did. We went to Sephora. I told the person my skin type, how I really wanted my makeup to look, and they pointed me to the right directions. So if you are looking for good makeup, go to Sephora, go to Ulta, or watch YouTube videos and just see whatever products work good. So I kind of did go a little bit into the nose contour, so we're gonna go back and fix that. So any parts that I feel like I may have went over a little bit too much, I'll just go back and just do that. And that's literally it. Now, y'all gotta listen up. Listen up and pay attention, because this part and this step of my routine is the most important, and this is how I get that matte makeup. Because as you guys can see, the face is looking a little bit dewy, a little bit glowy right now. So listen up, you guys, because I'm going to be teaching y'all how I get nice matte makeup with oily skin. So the first thing I do is I take some setting powder. I don't like to use too much the first time, but what I like to do is take my setting powder and I set my whole entire face. And one thing I don't do is let the setting powder sit on my face. I just dab it into my skin. And like I said earlier, I have a specific beauty blender just for what is this called? Setting powder. I almost said setting spray. But yeah, so I just pat this into my skin. I don't like to let it sit, so what I'll do is I'll just take it and I pat it right into my skin until it is blended. Now if I feel like I ever added too much, I'll just take a little brush and just wipe it away. But the first time that I set my face, I just like to use a little tiny bit, not too much, but you know, still a good amount. And I put this all on my face. Y'all, I just realized I just skipped contour. Isn't that lovely? We're still gonna set the face because it doesn't really matter, because I don't really set the part of my cheeks, so it's okay. Girl, what you been doing? It ain't what it looks like, y'all. It's not what it looks like, I promise you. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the setting powder and I'll put this on my eyebrows too. Yes, I do. I put it on my forehead, put it on my eyebrows. I literally set my whole entire face. So we have to backtrack a little bit, you guys, because before I set my face, I usually put the cream contour, but it's okay because I don't really put the setting powder or whatever wherever I put the contour. So I just take the same cream contour for earlier, and like I said, a little bit of this goes a long way. And I already have like naturally defined cheekbones. This is what my face looks like, honestly, with no contour or anything. So I just kind of just followed that line, and I like to put a little bit on my forehead, on my cheeks, and a little bit on my jawline as well. So now I'll just take a little brush like this. I need to invest into a new brush, but this always gets the job done. This is like a eye makeup brush, and I just blend my contour out like this. Honestly, nothing special. And I just go back and forth on my face like this. Same thing on the other side. Kind of drag it up a little bit too. And really make sure that you blend that cheek contour. Okay, but can we please just take a moment to appreciate the curls? Stop playing and get your curlings to products, period. So now I'm going to take the same beauty blender that I used from earlier for my nose contour, and I use this to further blend into my face, because like I said, the brush doesn't really get it nice and blended, so I always have to go back in with a beauty blender and just kind of blend it into my face a little bit more. Okay, y'all, so this is what my face looks like with the contour on. I contour before I set my face, so just ignore that. So if you guys do not take anything from this video, I highly recommend you guys get the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I believe I got this from Sephora, but this spray is the reason why my makeup stays matte all day. And honestly, I have the most oily skin ever, and honestly, throughout the day, I'll probably have to touch up my face maybe just one time with this all-nighter spray. When I tell you guys, the makeup does not move. It does not move. I 10 out of 10 recommend you guys get this. This all-nighter spray is literally the bomb.com. So after I'm done setting my face the first time, y'all, I set my face the first time, then I use the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, and then I just set my face again. So when I use the spray, I drench my whole entire face. Oh, it just got in my mouth. It just got in my mouth again. Okay, now I'm just gonna fan my face, and when I tell you guys I drench this into my skin, I literally drench my whole entire skin into this Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. And honestly, it gets the job done. I don't know how much you're supposed to use, but I just drench it. I just drench my face. And the reason why I have my eyes closed is because it will crease your makeup. So just want to make sure you close your eyes because it's going to be creased. Trust me. Almost just opened your mouth. Okay. I gotta fan it dry. Okay, I feel like we're good now. Okay, we're good. Do you guys just see how further the makeup just like kind of melted into my skin? So good, so good. So before I set my face again, I just make sure my face is completely dry. Once my face is completely dry, I'm gonna go back in with the Anastasia setting powder, and I'm gonna set my face again. The only thing that I'm gonna do different is the same thing that I did with my concealer is the same thing I'm gonna do with my setting powder. All I do is take the setting powder and I put it exactly how I did with the concealer. I just put it along my nose to give me that nice snatched effect. Only thing that's different is I don't drag it all the way down. Oh my gosh, my camera's about to overheat again. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this as fast as possible. So I'm just gonna set my face again, and like I said, I do not let it sit on my face. I just kind of pat it on there. Y'all, my camera's literally about to shut off, so I'm trying to hurry up. This light is really hot. So I don't let it sit on my face. And the second time around, I like to use a little bit more so that way I can really get that nice effect that I want. And like I said, if I feel like I use too much, I'll just take a little dusting brush and I'll dust away the extra parts. But I'm just going to do the same thing that I did earlier and just set my whole entire face again. And like I was saying earlier, I don't really like to put it on my nose because it will kind of blend in with your other I don't know how to explain it. I just don't like the way that it looks. But if you guys want to do that, that's fine. But personally on me, I don't really like the way that it looks. So I'm just gonna set my face again. Y'all, my camera is gonna turn off because it's overheating and I'm so sorry. But when it oh my gosh, my face just dropped. Okay, I'm trying to show you guys. Okay, I'll just set my face like I did earlier over again. And like I said, I don't really like to put it on the cheek parts. So to brush off the nose part, I don't really brush it off. I just like to go up and down and I blend it like this. Hold on, let me try to zoom in so you guys can see. I go up and down and then I blend it. This honestly makes it look so much better than just like swiping it off. So I slowly just like to dust it off like this. I'm so sorry if the frame keeps changing and it's really irritating y'all because my computer, my camera keeps overheating and it's just really frustrating. Anyways, so now that we're looking like this, I just take the all-nighter spray one more time. And this time I don't drench my face. I just put a little tiny bit on there and I just let this sit one more time. Like I said, I don't drench my face again, but I'll just add a little bit onto my face and let that completely dry. And the next thing I like to use is this BH Cosmetics blush palette, and the colors that I like to use is these two. I mix them together and it's honestly just so beautiful. So I just really get that on there. And to apply my blush, a lot of people just put it right here, but I mainly focus on putting it right on top of where my contour is, so that way my face can have that nice snatched look. Because if you just put it on your cheeks, it's gonna bring your face down. So I just put that on there like this. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Like and I've really been loving blush recently. I usually haven't been using blush until like a couple of months ago, and I just love the way it brings like some color into your face. And I also just put like a little tiny bit on my nose. So the next thing is, what is this called? Highlighter. And please excuse the broken mirror. I just like to use the Belgian waffle. This is by BH Cosmetics as well, and I just like to use these two colors mixed together. For my highlighter, I just put some on my nose bridge, and I kind of like to bring it up into the between my eyes like I do with my concealer, and I'll put a little bit on my cheekbones as well. And then I'm just gonna put some on the top of my lip. And now for the final part is lashes. So I really love to water my waterline. So I just take a little pencil like this. I really don't know what brand this is, but I think I just got this from like CVS or whatever. And I just like to water my waterline. Oh. I'll take the beauty blender that I use for my setting powder to kind of drag it down a little bit, and then I just fill it in. And I kind of just like to do just the outer part. I don't bring it in too much. Just like that, bam. And honestly, I think this makes the makeup look 10 times better. I don't know what it is, it just adds a little whatever to it. I don't really know, it just makes it look better. I usually use the red duo glue, but I couldn't find it, so I really only use like black lash glue. I don't know why. I mean, that's just my preference. I really don't like the way that clear lash glue is, because you can just kind of see it. It just doesn't give. So I just use black lash glue. And ladies, let's leave the track glue in 2021. Y'all are literally ripping out your eyelashes. I mean, if you don't want to have no eyelashes, that's cool, but lash glue will save your lashes. Let's please leave the track glue alone, because it's for your hair, not for your eyelashes. Please just save yourself, literally. So while that is drying, I just like to use this Milan mascara on the bottom lashes. And I honestly just try my best not to get it on my eye, but if it does, nothing concealer cannot fix. Okay, I think my lashes are done drying now too. So to put on lashes, I like to use a tweezer. A lot of people clown me for this, but honestly, it's 10 times easier than trying to put it on with your hands. And I like to use a little mirror to kind of help me out. So I'll put the mirror under me. The mirror is definitely not behind me, but okay. I'll put the mirror behind me so I can kind of just said it again. Y'all get what I mean. I'm so sorry. Okay, now I just place it on, and try to get it close to your waterline or your lash line as possible. Is that your waterline? I don't think that's what that is, but try to get it to your lash line as close as possible. And tweezers honestly make it 10 times easier to put on lashes. Ooh. I really hope y'all can see me putting on these lashes. So the mascara that I like to use, and my camera's overheating again. The mascara that I like to use is the L'Oreal mascara. This is from like any type of drugstore. And I just like to put this on with my falsies to help blend my lashes with the falsies. And it also helps the lashes, you know, look a little bit more better. Okay, and we are done, you guys. This is my final look. Oh my gosh, I just do it every single time. Literally, I do it every single time. If you guys took any tips from my makeup tutorial, let me know. If you guys tried out anything from my makeup tutorial, let me know. If you do any of the techniques that I did, let me know, because the makeup always gives. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see me do more makeup tutorials or more makeup content, or if you guys have any questions, just comment it down below. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notifications. I post every single Friday. And make sure you guys give this video a like, comment what videos you guys want to see me do next, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye. Take some setting powder. I don't like to use too much the first time,